Okay. I believe it's not doing that zoom thing. Zoom in and out. Why are we skipping? Why are we skipping? Hey there. Thank you so much for your patience, y'all. I really appreciate it. A lot. Now, oh, thank you, Kenny. Hey, Penny. Hey, Brittany. So I did work a little more. Right. I've got to get my pencils I was using. Of course, I've got a whole nother set of pencils out here for a different picture. How that got out. So I'm just kind of trying to shove everything over, which I guess everybody does do that. Okay. Welcome to the prepared artist. Ah. Oh. Yay! That thing's never going to come off. I need my 300 types of erasers. So I guess I could show you that for a second. If I can not drop them. I use the FMAT. Robin, what are you doing? Why are you chewing on paper? Anyway, there we go. Nope, this way. So I use this electric eraser. I use the Tombow Knock 3.8. Where's my camera? There we go. Oh, it probably won't focus anyway, so. And I use the square one. This is called Lion ER1S. When I was doing drawing, I cut this at an angle and it made it really easy to erase. That's really nice. And my Tombow Zero. I use this all the time. I've got 3 of them. One of them's in here. One of them is off trying to figure its life out. And the other one is in my traveling kit. Or did I give that one away? I think I might have given it away. Anyway. Oh, and I have this one. This is also the Tombow Zero, but it's, you can see it's squared off. Well, it's more rectangle. I don't use this one as much. How is everybody this morning? Was your week a good week? Are you glad it's Friday? Any special any special plans for the weekend, or just relaxing? Brittany, my cat, does that sometimes too. When he was younger, he did it more often. But the cats that probably did the most zoomies were the ones that didn't go outside. They were house cats. It was before we got a pet door for the dogs. You know, we couldn't really stop the cats from going out, and they're smart enough to figure out how to get out. So, but the one that would run away the most, we put a tag on him. He's too big, I think, to jump the fence anymore, so it's okay. But if he did, then we could find him. Hey, Audrey, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I've tried other ones. Oh, all right, AFMAT actually makes more than one. They make a long one, and I'm wondering if that's the one that's in my bag here. Yeah. So I actually started out with one like this, and then it sort of broke because I don't know what happened. Not this one, a different brand. I saw this when I read reviews, and I said, that's a weird shape, but it's so much more comfortable than this one. I don't know why. Why don't they make pencils this shape? Well, not this big, but I mean, that would be nice. And even water pens. They could make water pens that shape. I do have something called a tool sand, and it runs on batteries. It works fine. It's more of that curved shape, but I think this one kind of fits better in between the finger and the thumb. This one is rechargeable, or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. Well, it is rechargeable, but I know there's another name for it. This one was probably the cheapest one I've bought, and it had really good reviews, but it's not, you know. Wow, I think I have two of these. Anyway, this is my favorite. I tried to go without an electric eraser, and it was excruciating. And then I tried to go without the Mono Zero, and that was even worse. So if you only have two, these are the ones I recommend. The AFMAT recharging electric one and the Mono Zero, teeny tiny small. Now this is what works for me. You might have other things that work for you, but those are the two. The next one I'd probably get is the square one. This Mono Knock, I use it sometimes, but anyway, so I could go on and on, but I won't. Yeah. Did anybody say what they were doing for the weekend, or if they had a good week? What did you do? My week was okay. Yesterday was rough. Not too rough. It was just a lot of, I had to get in and out of the heat, and that was tiring. Yesterday was the funeral of a longtime friend. Now, she was the mom of the children of hers that I went to college with. And she was always nice to me. And so when I heard she had passed away, I was kind of in shock, because they said she was getting better, and then suddenly it was, and I started to feel bad about not visiting her more often. We decided not to go to the church they went to, but I kind of think, oh, I wish we'd have gone, or, that sort of thing. But then I decided, this isn't about me. And yeah, sure, I could have visited her more. But I'm going to choose to think about the good times and how kind she was. So that's where we are in that. Hey, Kate, how are you doing? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Okay, awesome. So, yeah, I went to that funeral yesterday, and then my dog, my puppy, got fixed yesterday, but it worked out so amazing. Yesterday, the day before, the vet called and said, we have a sooner opening for him to be fixed. Can you bring him up tomorrow? And I said, yeah, because he's got severe separation anxiety, and we're going to work on that. But I can't work on it in one day. And I already had gone to the visitation, and that was hard enough on him. So I thought, how in the world is he going to survive me being gone probably 4 hours? Because we were going to hang around with the family and that kind of thing. And so when the vet called and I thought about all that, I said, yes. It worked out perfectly. So Steve didn't have to endure him howling the whole time, because that's literally what he does. And when I get home, I try not to overreact to his excitement, but I mean, he wiggles so much. You could plug him in, it would light the house up. I mean, he's making a lot of energy right there. And I feel bad for him, because he feels so upset, but at the same time, I don't want to reinforce that and overreact. But I pick him up and let him kiss me and go crazy, and then I put him down, and he's fine. But he doesn't like to let me out of his sight. And he's smart. Yes, the day before when I was going to the visitation, I said, Steve, why don't you take him outside, and I will slip out as fast as I can. This is light cobalt turquoise, by the way. If you would like me to zoom in, and I do want to zoom in because I wanted to show you something. Anyway, I was saying take him outside, and when he's out there, I'll slip out. And I tried to do that, but the second Steve put him down outside, he burst through the pet door and raced down the hallway, and was just like, if I go toward the door, especially if I'm getting my shoes on, for some reason that's a trigger. And even pick up my purse, any of that stuff, he will start to get excited. When I get in the car and I put him in there, he lays down in his little, what do you call it? Little car seat. It fits in between the two front seats. You can really put it anywhere, but that's kind of where it was made, what it was made for. He'll get in there, and he's got his little blanket and a treat and maybe a tiny toy. And hey, Yana, did I miss somebody else? Yes, I know it. Now, while I was gone, Steve put him in his crate because I've been feeding him in his crate, and it probably took about 2 weeks or more. It seemed like it was longer, but where he would go, if I said crate, he would go right in. Before that, I would have to put the food down, and then he would go in. And then I started holding the food above, not putting it down inside the crate, but just holding it above inside. And then he would go in. Now he goes right in, and then I put the food in. So I feel like we're making progress on that. Steve put him in the crate while I was gone because he was so upset. He turned the lights down or turned them off, where the crate's kind of in the living room area, kitchen / dining. Anyway, they're all kind of together. And he put him in that, and he said that actually calmed him down. So he understands now the crate is a nice place. So we're going to just go from there and start small, like going out the door for 5 minutes and coming back and saying, "Good boy, crate," or whatever like that. Oh, hey, True. Nicole. Now, who's Nicole? I said Yana. Callie. Oh, there's Callie. I don't think I saw Nicole. Thankfully, he's still young enough to learn without too much frustration. Sometimes when I'm trying to go very lightly, I make these big marks on there. So, yeah, let me zoom in and show you what I was going to show you because I think it's cool. Noel. I can't read. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm actually going to zoom in a lot because I want to really show this. I don't know how that's coming out on the screen for you, but the background, the water, I labored over that a long time. I erased and colored, added here, added there, erased this and that, added some Posca. I started out making it blue, and I was putting like a darker border of it around the inside of each shape. And I decided, I think I'll go look at I wanted to look at the lily pad because I didn't feel like this lily pad is working. It's not looking right, at least to me. And as I was looking at the lily pads, I noticed the water and the water was not that blue. So I said, why don't I add a little bit of green? And so I started adding green, and I said, wow, you know, that kind of looks good. And I add a little bit more, and then I did some shading with some gray and sepia, and I even took the white Prismacolor and kind of toned down some areas, and then I started to work on these bubbles, and I thought, you know, I'm going to just dot that. That's what I started with, and then I said, oh, I noticed that around the lily pad in the darker water, you've got these little lines. Well, let me try that. Let me try that. And so then there it was. I said, all right. I like what I did, so that's what I wanted to share and ask y'all what you think too. When I was doing each section, I had to remember what I did, but you know, as long as I just copied what I did, then it was fine. Thanks, Kate. You're so kind. Yeah, Kenny, that's why I saw N, O, and L, and E, and just thought Nicole. When I worked, people who didn't remember my name would call me Nicole. Oh, yeah, instead of Noelle. Sorry about that, Angela. I didn't mean to make you feel like, oh no, what did I do? I don't know how far we'll get to today because we are using Polychromos, and I am using them, and it takes longer to use those, I think. I looked up a reference for the little newt, and I used the glaze, the Sakura Glaze Black, on the spots. I don't know why. I just thought, how cool would that be? I don't know if you can see it shimmer a little bit. And I have a reference for this guy, so this I kept working and working and working on that. Let me give you the, or did you already have that? I think I used a little bit of this. Yeah, so I've got the the blue violet. Sorry for the shaking. I need to zoom out. That's better. Blue violet and mauve and light magenta, and then out of color I used the crepe myrtle. When I first saw this, I thought it said grape. So there we go. I apparently can't read. What that one's there. It's for that one. I did want to show you real quick what I'd been working on. I needed a break from this, so I love this book so much that I decided to start another page. And I found out that I really like coloring flowers that have a name and are close to what they actually are. So actual flowers. I have Flowerscape, and I've had it for like a year, but it hadn't colored one thing in there. I feel so bad. But I got it on sale, so it's not like I wasted anything. But I think I'm going to go in there and look up preferences and color those. These little things, I'm not sure how that's working. But all right, back to what we were doing. Let's see. Oh, bye, Kate. Thanks for coming in and say hi. crepe. Oh. Well, I think this plant is actually spelled with an A in the middle, crepe myrtle. Because it's, I don't know. But the crepe, the thin pancake is E, right? Or maybe it's just the French. I don't know. Thanks, Kenny. So I've enjoyed that a lot. Okay, so I thought I would demonstrate kind of what I was doing. Did I use that one? No, I don't think so. On the blue. I was actually kind of using a lot of things. I used a little black in there too. And I used, did I use that lighter one? I don't think I did. I'm going to get it out anyway. I'm going to use that. I kind of used a lot of things for the water. What brand of colored pencils are you? Oh, that is Color. It's the Color 180 in the red tin. I like these. This one in Sioux Color and the Brute Funer rounds, they have a lot of nice greens and blues, so I like that a lot. I started out with the light cobalt and not trying to be exact on the my hand's shaking a lot today. Like not worrying about being pretty because we're gonna color over that anyway. Why am I shaking so much today? I just am. Anyway, I kind of already did that. I was just demonstrating. And I will be using that again. The next one, I believe I used was cobalt turquoise. Oh yeah, that's Corey on Colorfully Optimistic. And then I came out from the edge. Kind of make a gradient with that. I'm going to have to move around this book because I'm shaking so bad today. I'm going to drink some water. Maybe that'll help. And then I did that around each section. Apparently my desk is slanted to the left, so if I put everything over here, it just rolls off. So I don't know, I probably need something for that. I'm just gonna have to hold the pencil harder today. Yeah. I guess I'll just press harder because that helps. But it's so annoying. Why are you shaking today? There are a million ways to do water. This is just the way I did it. Oh, let's see. On top of a funeral and a dog being fixed, I had a haircut. I just cut my bangs. Got my bangs cut. Not that that was a bad thing. It was just made it a very busy day. And I wasn't paying attention to the time. And I got a teacher no-show. I felt so bad. Whenever I make a mistake like that, or even just forget about I just got the time wrong. I thought it was 9:30, but it was 9. But whenever I do that, I always send as big an apology as I can to the company. And I say extend this apology to the parents and so forth. I still get docked $10. So not only do I not get paid, and this was an hour, almost an hour class, a 50-minute class, so I would have gotten more for that class. Well, it ends up being like 2 classes, so I would have gotten enough for 2 classes. But they'll take money away, and that's rightly so. It's fine. What did I use next? Helio turquoise. Helio. Oh, are you doing a pool day? Yeah. No, I'm using this. I just told you that. And I try to sharpen these as pointy as I can get them, so that I can really get in there. I'm going to use this to kind of come out a little more, but not all the way. Like I'm lining it. Now that's what I had been doing. But then I thought it looks kind of boring. So why not add green? Chrome oxide green. I think that's the one I used. Yeah. And I actually started to just put it here. I'm not sure. Did I do that with that? I think this was the... What was it? This one? Bluish turquoise. Oh, that was my darker one. Anyway, I just used all these pencils to achieve whatever it was I was trying to achieve with my I should write it down. What did I use first? What did I use next? But no, I don't think about stuff like that. The oxide, I think I came in and did a little bit with that. So almost changing that color. And then I think I did, where's the pine? Didn't I just have the pine? Where'd you go, Pine? Do you think there's a guy out there somewhere named Alpine? I think of stupid things like that. Ooh, pencils that we're hiding. I'm not sure I used this yet. I think I go with the permanent green to do this stuff. And I just randomly, random is very hard for me, so I felt good about that. It doesn't have to be non-streaky here, because you're just doing some random stuff. And then I think I came in with the darker, let me see. Maybe a little bit. Behind the green. A little bit like that. Could go back with, this is Helio Turquoisian. Oh, look at that. This is a good time to demonstrate this Mono Zero. You can take off like a little mistake, like take off the first layer or two, I don't know microscopically what it would look like, but it's good for getting those tiny little boo-boos. Something I learned early on in the coloring was you want to make places that come at an angle, a pointed, you know, like a triangle shape, make that darker. And that's always helped me. All right, what did I do next? I think I might have gone back. Oh, no, that's a completely different brand. What am I doing? Did I have the gray out? I think it was Payne's gray. It might have been indigo. There's the Payne's gray. Sorry, I'm probably covering it over, but that is the way I have to do it today. And then after I kicked myself for about 5 minutes that I missed a class, and I wrote the apology, I'm using the white now to kind of blend over some of that, but also want to go back with the lighter blue, light cobalt turquoise. There's really no rhyme or reason, no set way to do this particular thing. I'm going to try that dark, the indigo here in the corners. Not too much. Not too much. It's just kind of whatever you like. You go, oh, okay, that's okay, I'll do that. That's not bad. See if my Posca's working today. For some reason, it was giving me a hard time. All right. Very carefully. I see that line's already too big. So I'll just come in there with my finger. Kind of shape that. See, it looks a little more natural now. I have been wanting an in-ground pool for years, and well, not in-ground, above ground. In-grounds cost way too much. But Steve always said no, so there we are. I want this area to be a little greener. Oh, wrong one. And boy, it's hard to write really lightly. But even the wiggles turn out to be good. Turn out well. Grammar. I mean, it just looks like a natural ripple that way. I think this also helps it to look like it's in the water. See that little happy mistake I did there? The next thing I did, well, if I kept going, then I would do that right there, but I'll demonstrate. I just drew some squiggly lines and then tapped. And that way you get this kind of reflection. See, I might do a little more here. Well, you can't see that, but anyhow, so that's how I did the water. And I think I'll just keep going. It's funny how I come across a way of doing something and it's by just making mistakes and erasing and drawing again and all that stuff, just by accident I figure out a way to do something, so that's kind of fun. Oh, as far as the bubbles go, I really don't know exactly what to do. I put a darker spot here and then put that there, a dot of Posca, and then they're probably too small for this, but just put a little bit of a shadow. So yeah, I think I like that, even though it's so little. I like that little shadow. Probably can't do it with the tiny ones, but oh, That doesn't look right, but anyway, you get the idea. Where am I? I'm over here. Gosh, I get off on tangents all the time. I think I will work on these areas. I just want to get a little bit more of something there. Just watch back on your videos. Yeah, see how I did it. All right, so I used this one. And, well, really, I don't know, because it's different every time, depending on the shape. But basically, it's these colors. If I only had 2 to use, or maybe 3, I'd probably just use this one and this one. And that one. Those would be my main 2, or main 3. Light cobalt turquoise. I think I'll zoom out again. Just a little bit. And the permanent green and the helio turquoise. So I've put that down already. Now I'm going to come back with this cobalt turquoise. Kenny, was it you that told me that the Huion, I don't know how you say that. Were you the one that was telling me that was a good brand of glove? I guess it's a glove. Some places I do that too, and that's totally unintentional, but it works out well. Okay, see you later, Brittany. Thanks for coming in. Oh, your pool's yelling at you. Well, you better listen to your pool. All right, so I did those. I think I used helio turquoise at some point. I'm going to keep going on this here. Friday is a busy day for people. Getting ready for the weekend. Excited about getting home from work. You might have something planned. So I definitely get it. I'm going to come out a little more on these because you're not going to really see a lot of the light on those spots. Helio turquoise again. Like this spot right here could just be totally covered. This is the permanent green. Too much there. chromium green oxide. I'm not sure how much I used this pine green on these other places. But it wouldn't hurt. I mean, the water might be a little greener right there. It's like moss or something is what I'm trying to do. Did I just use that one? I don't remember if I used that one or not. This is chromium oxide green. Oh, shaky hand. Boomed right into that. I'm going to come around the edge of that so it stands out a little more. Okay. This is the bluish turquoise. That's mainly what I'll line it with, right close to the edge. I definitely don't blame her for enjoying her pool either. It's just kind of a combo of all these colors. It's not really any magical thing. Kind of get the corners with this. Was I really using that? That's okay. That's okay, it works. It's dark indigo. I don't know if Pain Gray does much either. It just darkens some areas that I want darkened. Now I'll go over with the white again. Hey Wilson, thanks for coming in. Yeah. Might not get a ton of reflections around this part, but something else I started to do was make little dots here and there, just for the heck of it. I gotta get this fan pointed at my head. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm glad I did that because it made me turn my head around. I'm going to zoom way out so you can see this more effectively and try not to spill anything. Put this, can you see it? What I should have had, she might not have done it, but Shannon do is sign her name somewhere. So I actually sent her this picture and I said, can you do something like this? And bluebonnets. And she came back with this and I said, perfect. I love this watercolory treatment. You can even see the watercolor paper little marks on this. And it's the Texas shape and it's a flag and it's the Lone Star State. I mean, it just totally works for me. And So we've got, whoa, this is really zoomed in. You have this straw. It's got a thing on the end where it won't come out of the hole unless you open it. So it's got this little stopper thing at the end. And that works really well. And then it has a closure on the lid. I haven't tested the closure yet for, let me see, closure, pointed away from everything. Wow. It doesn't fall off or fall out. Cool beans. That is a nice tight fitting. I mean, it's got these, what do you call those, gaskets? It's got a double one there. I'm not sure what you call it. But I do know also that this thing keeps the ice cold for a long time. So thank you, Shannon. I asked Steve, would you like to have a cup? I said, what would you have on it if you were forced to have a cup? And he says, and I asked him, would you want an airplane? And he said, yeah, if I was forced to have a cup that I don't need, that's what he says, then that would be the one. So maybe for his birthday, I might do that. Might do that for his birthday. I'm going to take Kenny's advice. Well, actually, she didn't say this, I don't think. I'm going to take my own advice and write stuff down. Okay, the first thing used was light. Well, I could just say number 55. 55. And then 54. I'm not sure if I use this later. What one was darker? Oh, okay, so then the 51, 53. Some of these go back and forth or change positions, so it's not a big deal. I think I did use then the 67. Maybe 60, I don't know, it depends. 69. And I used the white in there. I really didn't use the black too much. And 60. So these last ones are interchangeable, like I would use them. I might use one of them before the other one and switch it. Hey Sue, how are you? Muscle spasms? Yeah, now I've got to buy another one from her so she can sign it. I think I would want another one that had the Texas on it, but maybe like one or two or three, like a bluebonnet bunch flower arrangement on the back side, and then everything else would be whatever color, white maybe. But I like these. These are as big as a bluebonnet would be, so when I look at that, I think of my bluebonnets. I can look at them all year. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you give your husband's name? That way I can pray for him and for you. Or I can just say Mr. Russell. Trying to see how far y'all are zoomed in. I want to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing, but not so close that you might see my shaking. So that's kind of a fine point, I guess. If anybody ever has a prayer request, let me know, and if you feel comfortable doing that. I like praying for people. It not only blesses the person that's being prayed for, but it blesses the person who's praying. They get their minds off themselves, and it's just a nice thing to do. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I let Steve hold this cup, and I said, that's a nice cup, isn't it? And look, the ice is still cold. And you don't have to use the straw if you don't want to. I'm not sure. I guess he's one of those practical people, which is actually a good thing, because sometimes I can be impractical. And of course, we're not buying a ton of stuff all the time, things like that. He'll say, well, where are you going to put it? Will you use it? And so that's what I have to ask. Oh, Audrey, thanks for coming in. You too. I think, is Barbara coming on tomorrow? Hey, Marcy. Oh, no problem. Thanks, Shannon, for coming in. Or lurking, whichever one. Actually, I think I jumped into using the green before I used those other blues. Or did I? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to use the dark one to kind of line it. Thanks for coming in, Marcy. Now around this one, I'm thinking I need to use the Payne's Gray. Oh, look at there, I missed some little spots. Because I want to make sure that I put the shadow of the flower. I'm not sure if that's gonna work, but we'll see. Might need to add some to this too. I'm gonna go ahead and put the shadow in there. I don't know what good it'll do to put it in now, but I know some people do that. Yeah, I think if I can add a little bit to that, I guess. These little bits are so dark that I won't even worry about it. I just saw another mishap. Gosh, I'm always doing that. Oh, I put the pencil down in the wrong spot. Okay, I think I just used that one. Gosh, when I think about it, it's like too much. Makes me mess up, something like that. Not sure I use this one. I think I used that one already. Yes, I did. All right, put it back. The pine was the one you hadn't used. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Diane. Sorry about that. I do know how to speak English. You could have fooled me. Gotta bring my handy dandy little white in here. And go back with the lightest color. And then we can see if I can't do this without. I think that's the hardest part. Is putting the little water line. what to do with the bubble. Oh, it's going to be a dark color. And then a little bit of shadow. So I'm going to do that all around. I'm starting to make them look a little different, so I need to try to get back to doing that. Okay. So you want me to do, let's see, I can do the newt, work on the newt, or the flower, or the lily pad. Which one would y'all like me to work on first? Or maybe I should just ask Kenny, because that way she will win the poll. Oh, I'm so sorry, Marcy. I do not like dental work at all. I mean, I go in for cleaning, and that's about as much as I can deal with. But sometimes they'll say, well, there's a little bit of a cavity right here. Okay. And they fix it. The last two that I had, they were on the side of my front teeth, and they were able to get it without giving me any numbing medicine or anything. I don't do laughing gas at all. That is, I'm even getting nervous thinking about it. That's a childhood horror that I just don't want to repeat, so I don't like those. Yeah, that's what happens. There was this one, I honestly don't know how she could live with herself, but this one dentist we went to, we took our daughter to long ago, and I actually went to her also. She looked in her mouth and said, okay, we can do this and this and this and this and this, and it's a package thing. And she did that with me too. And she gave me 2 crowns on the top right, top left. And when I switched dentist, because the receptionist wasn't very kind either. I switched dentist, and he looks in my mouth and said, well, you know, this one might be needing to be filled eventually, but you're okay for now. But the lady, she was a lady dentist. I'm not dissing lady dentists, but because then I took my daughter to another pediatric dentist. Sorry about that. And she was super nice. So it was just the one. But anyhow, she was going to make me pay a bunch of money and, you know, milk insurance for all it's worth. Or all that we had. I don't think we had very good insurance at the time. Anyhow, so I hope you got a good one. I got shots in my jaw. Both. Oh, I'm so sorry, Marcy. Yeah. Well, have yourself some ice cream, because ice cream makes everything better. Okay. Angela said lily pad. Now the lily pad, I'm nervous on because I don't know exactly. I just had the white. There it is. I just don't know exactly how to do it. I've looked at lily pads and they don't really have this stark of lines in it. Maybe they do. I don't know. Oh, these right here, these are water lilies, and their name is Nymphaea Assaceae, something like that. And the lily pads can be dark or light or both. This one, I may just leave it, even though I'm tempted to erase some stuff and start over, but I want to see if I can get these right first. And this one, I'm not sure you can tell. Let me get you closer. I tried to color very, very lightly, you know, just making a base, kind of blocking the color, and then I thought I would go in and do some more, but these lines for this kind of lily pad are not really part of the picture, and that's kind of why I was trying to get rid of them, but it didn't work that well. Have they found what's going on with your heart? Ice cream does make everything better. It does. Oh, the dentist? Yeah. I have a difficult time looking my dentist in the eyes. But it's actually a fear. I mean, I never know. You can't ever know what someone's thinking, really. But anyway, I think I'm going to start on this one. This is, I'm using pretty much the same greens as I used here. But not the darker one. So, was it this one too? Didn't I have another green? I think it was the pine green. I'm not sure I used the oxide green. Might have. Light green, permanent green, and pine green. Mostly though, it's these two because they're very light. So I'm just going to color lightly. Having more ups than downs, so being thankful for that. Oh, good. I mean, I know you do, Shannon. I mean, God answers prayers that we don't even ask. So, and I know you've probably seen that in your life too. I'm just lightly going over this with the light green. Not trying to be too perfect about it. This is just going to be an experiment, really. Now, I have a little bit of an idea. sure. Well, this side would be a little darker because, and this is the permanent green because it's around the little tail. So I will try to get his shadow in there. I call all animals he for some reason. In pictures, doesn't he look good? Doesn't he look cute? Kind of thing. Oh, no, it's fine. It's actually good to do this one on camera because that way maybe y'all might have advice on how to do the lily pad. I think I'll, if I can, make the edges. I may just try to keep it simple, which is hard for me, but I'll come out a little bit more. That is probably not the way I should have done that. That's okay. We have eraser. It's likely though I'm going to get really dark. Just trying to get rid of the streaks. It's hard to do. Let's go in with the lighter one. Go over that and blend it up. I'm really just making this up as I go along. Just seemed the thing to do. Need to try to get this. All right, you can take over left hand. My husband's in there emptying the dishwasher. Or he's getting dishes for his lunch. It could be anything. Yes, Emily. Ambidextrous. Now, of course, it doesn't feel perfectly right, like my right is just natural to grab something with my right, but it depends on what it is. But yeah, I use both. I can't write my name with my left hand though. But that's something I've kind of wanted to learn to do. I can color, cut, stir. Paint. My mother's a little bit ambidextrous. She's mostly left-handed, but she learned to cut with scissors with her right hand. I guess it was a school thing. Yeah, it's pretty fun. When my right hand is shaking too much or when it's too tired, I give it a break, you know. If I want to keep coloring. All right. I'm not too crazy about this, but I'm going to take the pine green. I'm not sure how that shadow's going to work, but I'm going to put an edge on this, but not going all the way to the end. Or the edge, not the end. You know what I mean. I noticed that this part of the lily pads is darker than the other part. And this little curve cut into it actually goes further down. I mean, it's literally really dark. I'm not sure am I succeeding in what I'm trying to do. don't know what I'm trying to do. I don't know. Let's try something. Nope. When I don't have a color of Posca, you know what I need to do first. When I don't have a color of Posca that matches the color, the pencil color, then I put white on here. Sorry, I put, yeah, white Posca. And then when it's dry, I color over it. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh. Oh, it's looking more like a lily pad. All right, I'm gonna make some noise. Sorry about that, guys. Y'all. All right. Now take this one. We'll see if this works. I need to sharpen this. Well, I can't get this one to color. I might have to break out the Prismas. They work better on top of colors. Okay, green on top of the Posca. Where is number 92? Nope. Well, maybe this one will work. Apple green. Look at the split in that. Just all the way around. Oh, gosh. It's not an exact science, but it'll do. So that one I probably would want the darker one. All right, so here is the lily pad a little more. The anatomy of a lily pad. I love looking at reference photos for different things I might color. Thanks. I'm sure there's another magical way for it to look better, but this is my version of a lily pad, I guess. I think maybe I did too much on the edge of this one. So I'm going to take back a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe some gray. Yeah, I like doing that too. I can't remember if I lined the outside. I usually don't like to line things until, see, I probably lined too much here and actually did scratch off some. But anyway, when the background or what it's on is finished. Anything else I could do to make that, I don't know, more lily paddish? They aren't very remarkable in their appearance, really. They're just plain. So probably what I'll do, if I like this one better, I might erase as much as I can and kind of retool, especially like this part too. It'll probably stand out more when the background is on. Get out my lily pad colors if I can remember them. Was I just, oh yeah, why did I put that one back? Got this one. Oh, was I using process right on that? I might have been. Wasn't the red one? Oh, yeah. remember using processed red on that, but it almost looks like it has. I think I'll skip the Prismas because I really want to keep this would y'all want me to save this over for next Tuesday or just finish and start something new? I think I know what Shannon would say. This is light magenta. I'm trying to think. Did I actually use? What did I actually use on that one? Oh. Okay, I know that color's in there. Well, we'll just start something. You think something's going to be simple and then it's not. So I'm going to color lightly first. And then color a little harder. I'm pretty sure I used something else there, and I want to say that it was processed red. I guess we'll see what it looks like. You always think you're gonna remember something and then you don't. All right, this is medium purple pink. Yeah, I don't think it was processed red I used. I think it was this one. Sorry, y'all. Must be what I did. Kind of makes sense. This one is sort of like processed red. La-di-da. Used black. Hey, look at that. What you laughing at, Shannon? This is light red violet. Yep. Those were the three. Yay. I have light magenta, light red violet, and medium purple pink. Well, it would be like this. Yay. And of course, Posca on the edge. Just for fun. Just for fun. I would work on the lily pad on your own and maybe finish your flower. Yeah, thanks. You haven't seen a lily pad in person, okay. I don't think I have either. Well, if you can think of anything else I can do to this to make it more lily padish. If you look a lily pad up, it's basically that. Now, when I put the background in, I'll add the white highlights. I think I got too many on this one. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. That's a really great idea. Really great idea. I mean, I used to write it on a little notebook, and then when I got this, I was so excited about it. I started to write them like, you can't see it because I'm zoomed way far in. Let me see if I can. So, yeah, this being the creative companion, and I did it for a while, but then I slacked off. I did come back to this for Barbara's, and in the last section that's supposed to be swatch charts, I made them color combos, and I wrote those down, and then I said, well, sometime I'm going to write down the ones that I made up and some of the ones other people made up, which I never did. Anyway, I have quite a few of the combos, but when it came to working in the calendar spot, I did do this. What is this? Oh, this would be combos. I didn't have anything down here in June. And I don't think I wrote anything for May either. Or April. I did do the first few. So I need to get back to using this thing, because that way I won't forget what pencils I used. Coloring with Kay, she uses Post-it notes, but not always. She might come in there and say, I didn't write this one down, but I think I used Prismas on that. I don't think she ever does a page with one pencil set. She uses several. Yeah, I think those would be great. Sticky notes. Did anybody say anything about? No, nobody said anything about my lily pad. Well, I see some. Well, I might just leave that green there because I'm probably going to be putting green in there anyway. Ooh. Oh, he's so excited for you, Daddy. Oh, little Tyler loves his daddy. I noticed this. I don't know if anybody else has, but I'll be using one color on one side, and then I get to the other side of the page with the same color, and it's different. Over here, these color this pencil, light cobalt, it's very light, you know. And I come over here and I do the same thing, but it's darker. I don't get that. Maybe it's the paper, maybe it's the way I'm holding it, maybe it's, you know, how it's been used and it needs to be sharpened, maybe. I don't know, but it happens like that. Oh, zoom in? Okie dokie. What part do you want to see? The lily pad or the flower? I was just trying to draw some blue around the lily pad. Draw some blue. Yeah, my brain says you need to eat. It's time for lunch. I just wanted to see what the blues look like on there. The blues, that's so funny. Did I use that first? I had it written down. What did I use second? 54. Oh, that's right. And yeah, probably I will be going over this with the Posca. And then I will let it dry and then color over it. Sorry, I skipped colors. Skipped objects to color. But I wanted to see what the lily pad looked like with the water. Sorry about that. When I zoom in, I often get out of the center. I don't have anything special we're doing this weekend. I don't have as many classes as I've had before. I think the kids in China are on their holidays, their summer holidays. And a lot of times they do actually do their classes, take more classes. But apparently not always. Yeah, I mean, if you opened up every single class that you can open up, I mean, day or night, anything, in August, usually a little bit in July. It used to be you would just get almost totally filled up, but I mean, you'd make a lot of money. But then you might be just a little tad too tired. A lot of the younger teachers do that, but not me. My poor little puppy, he has to wear a donut. It used to be called the cone of shame. Hey, baby. How's my baby boy? You being a good boy? Did you see Daddy? Yeah, you're a good boy. Oh, my goodness. I love you. I love you, sweet baby. You want me to hold you? Yeah, yeah. Oh, good kisses. Well, I think that's the end of my stream then. he wanted to get up here. He wanted to get up here with Mama. I'd show him to you, but alright. It'll be upside down. See if I can fix that focus. The focus doesn't want to work. There we go. Isn't it cute? I don't think I can. I might be able to turn this right side up. Oh, never mind. I'm making everybody sick. Now I have to fix the zoom on the paper. Oh, and it goes in and out fast, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah, you know, the blaze on his head looks like an exclamation point. It's really funny. You want to go snuggle? Mommy needs to go eat some lunch and you can snuggle. He's so sweet. Let's see if I can do this. Try not to get me in the picture. All right. That's not too bad. He's a cutie patootie. Well, thanks for coming, everybody, and thanks for, if Shannon's still listening, thank you for getting me straightened out on that video on the other app. I just need to stay away from that app, and I need to figure out how I can bring another person into this chat, into the video chat. Maybe one of you knows. Or how to fix the camera so it won't keep going in and out like that. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people use StreamYard and they might have 5 people on the screen at the same time. But their cameras are just fine. Why can't my camera be fine? Oh, she uses Zoom? I may do some testing. Because that would be cool. Yeah, and probably I'll have more camera control. Thanks, Shannon. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you. I don't have any classes tonight, so I'll probably, if Emily's gonna stream, I'll see her there, and whoever else is streaming today. I'll see you somewhere. You're welcome. Bye, Kenny. Bye, Shannon. Bye, Sue. Bye, Noelle. Bye, Angela. Bye, Callie. Oh, my poor little baby. Say a prayer for my baby, Shannon. Yeah, I got it right, didn't I?